Welcome to this Catholic Bioethics moment. I'm Dr. Bridget Campion, and I'm speaking to Dr. Moira McQueen about palliative care. Moira, what is palliative care?
Palliative care is what happens when a person realizes that whatever illness he or she is having is not able to be cured. And so the next stage from a medical treatment point of view is to look after the patient in a different kind of way, and it's called palliative care, which means that we wouldn't be trying anymore to cure the illness, but just to make sure that the person receives good comfort care and experiences a really good quality of life for the rest of the time that the person has.
So when we think of palliative care and care of the dying, and the idea of comfort care, there may be the idea that, of course, we must be attending to physical symptoms to help somebody be as comfortable as possible. Are there other types of suffering that palliative care addresses?
Oh, very much so, because the physical component is just one part of it for us as complex human beings. And very often at that stage, and especially if it maybe is approaching death, then a person can be in emotional distress as well. Palliative care has to help bring the whole person to a level of, first of all, kind of accepting what's happening, which is not always easy for people. And secondly, being there to do as much as possible to make sure once that has been accepted, that the person moves towards the end of life in a really sometimes very positive way. And it's a time when many people, according to statistics, and even as many of us know from experience, when our older relatives die, for example, that people have a real need, if they're religiously spiritual, to reconcile themselves with God. And very often too, at a human level, this is an opportunity to say goodbye to the people in their family, to their loved ones, and it's very, very important for the person who's dying to be able to do that. And as we can imagine, it's just as important for the family that's being left. So palliative care these days tries to encompass all of those dimensions, you might say, of looking after people as well as possible.
So church teaching on palliative care, the church would support it?
Very much so. I think it's, again, viewing it in this holistic way of that recognition that medical treatment is now going to be futile. It can't cure the person. And therefore, why not concentrate on developing the spiritual and emotional aspects, but at the same time being very, very clear that the person must also receive the highest level of comfort care possible. So our churches really sees that in very distinct terms. So I think people should feel reassured that when and if we reach that stage, that the church is very firmly behind and promotes palliative care.
Thank you very much.